What if the strongest move you can make after being disrespected is doing absolutely nothing? I used to think reacting meant I was standing up for myself. But every time I did, I realized I was giving my power away. Silence is not weakness. Silence is understanding this truth. Calm exposes character. Silence reveals truth, and karma does not need your help. If you have ever felt that fire rise up from within when someone disrespects you, this message is for you. Hi everyone, I'm Esther Bartkiw. For over 2 decades, I've been helping people change the beliefs that keep them reacting instead of responding, so that they can move through life with calm, clarity, and self-respect. If you appreciate personal and spiritual growth content, please hit the like button. All right, let's go deep into this subject, because here's the truth most people never talk about. Staying quiet after being disrespected isn't weakness, it's mastery. It takes a deep, calm strength to pause instead of react, to stay grounded when your ego wants to fight back, wants to explain or defend itself. And here's the promise I want you to hold on to as you listen to this information. When you choose that calm, when you let silence do the work and allow karma to simply mirror what was given, you protect your energy. You stop bleeding power. You walk away clearer, lighter, and far more aligned with who you really are. Now, what do I mean by let karma speak? When people hear the word karma, they often think of punishment. They will think or say things like, karma is a bitch. They'll get what's coming to them. But that tone carries aggression, revenge, and hidden hostility. And that's not what I'm talking about here. Karma is not good or bad. It's not a curse. It's not you wishing harm on anyone. Karma is a mirror. What you put out emotionally, energetically, in behavior, eventually reflects back to you. This is not woo. It is cause and effect. It's psychology. It's energy. It is behavioral patterns. Religious teachings talk about this. The Bible talks about it. Spiritual traditions talk about karma, and modern psychology talks about it. Like attracts like. What you focus on expands. How you treat others shapes how life responds back to you. So when you say, I'm going to let karma handle this, what you're really saying is, I refuse to carry what doesn't belong to me. I trust the universe to mirror back what was just given to me. This topic, staying quiet after disrespect and letting karma handle it, is deeply personal for me. Because one of my biggest triggers in life has been disrespect. If I have ever felt disrespected, or someone I cared about was being disrespected, it would wake up within me what I call my mama bear, and I would roar. It would also trigger my inner bitch, which is a shadow part that I dearly love. She fiercely protects me, but I had to work with this shadow part of mine to refine her responses. And this piece on staying silent and letting karma do the work was gold. You see, my natural inclination was always to push back, to defend myself, to explain, to confront, to escalate. And for a long time, I justified it by telling myself, well, I'm just standing up for myself and I'm standing up for other people. And yes, that part was good, but it took decades for me to realize something deeper. There were moments where my standing up was no longer empowering. It was becoming a deterrent. It was negatively affecting my mind, body, energy field. And as a result, it was affecting my creativity, my manifestation process, my peace, my overall quality of life. So I had to go deeper. And I asked myself, how do I address blatant disrespect without poisoning myself and hurting myself in the process? And here's what I learned. Silence doesn't mean you never speak. There are moments to say, hey, that was uncalled for, or that felt very disrespectful to me. And sometimes people truly don't realize what they're doing and saying. And when you name it calmly, one of two things happens. The person says to you, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Can you help me to understand? And suddenly a door opens for growth, maturity, and deeper connection. That can be incredibly beautiful. But sometimes the response is something like, oh, you're too sensitive. I was just joking. You can't take a joke. You're no fun. Or worse, even more disrespect. And if that happens, that is your answer. At this point, you stop explaining and you stop defending. You walk away. You let your silence speak and let karma take care of the response. Now, this is where I struggled at first because I didn't want to wish anything bad on anyone. I didn't resonate with the version of karma that sounds like, well, they'll get what they deserve. So again, I went deeper. I studied different teachings, different spiritual frameworks, different psychological perspectives on karma. And what I realized was this. Karma isn't punishment. It's reflection. It's the universe saying, here's what you're putting out. I'm showing it. I'm reflecting it back to you. So letting karma handle it means I disengage, I release, I remove my energy from the dynamic, and whatever was thrown at me will find its way back to the sender in some form, it's at some time in some way. And I may never know what happens. And really, I don't need to, because my peace matters more than being right. Let's talk about what actually happens when you react emotionally to disrespect. Physically, your nervous system spikes. Stress hormones flood your body. Your body goes into fight or flight. Emotionally, you may replay that moment over and over again. You obsess over what you should have said. You carry resentment and anger. Mentally, your focus fragments. Your clarity drops. Your energy leaks. And spiritually, your energy field becomes disturbed. Your intuition quiets. Your creativity and manifesting flow weakens. Reacting doesn't punish the other person. It drains you. Silence, on the other hand, regulates your nervous system. It preserves your energy. It keeps your field clean, and it strengthens your self-respect. Silence is emotional discipline. Now, silence doesn't mean that you are afraid. It means I don't need to prove myself. I don't need to win this moment. I choose myself. Silence is self-love. Silence is self-respect. It's saying my peace is more valuable than your approval. And here's something important to note. Silence often exposes people. In the pause, in the absence of reaction, you will learn about the person who is disrespecting you, and you will also learn about yourself. Now, this brings up the topic of silence versus avoidance. Know the difference. Very important. The silence that I am speaking about is not the silent treatment. Avoidance will say, I'm afraid to face this, so I'm going to be silent. Conscious silence says, I see this clearly, and I choose not to engage. Silence as a boundary is grounded, calm, intentional. It's knowing when to speak, when to pause, and when to walk away. Now here's a deeper layer, because you know I like to go deep. If you find that you are constantly being disrespected, that may be a mirror for you. A mirror asking, do I respect myself? Do I honor my own boundaries? Am I unknowingly disrespecting others? And this isn't about blame, it's about creating awareness. Because when self-respect deepens internally, external dynamics will naturally shift. Also consider, are you letting go for real? Once you choose silence, you also have to let go mentally, emotionally. No replaying the scene, no rewriting the dialogue, no reliving the moment in your head. And this is where trust comes in. Trust that the universe has it. There's a meme that I love, and it says, Jesus, take the wheel. And this is, universe, take the wheel, because it's not yours to carry. My motivational message to you is, when disrespect shows up, you don't need to shout, you don't need to push, you don't need to prove anything. You can name it calmly as disrespect. And if awareness doesn't meet you back, you walk away. Let silence speak, let karma mirror, and choose yourself. If you are ready to experience greater self-respect, deeper self-love, stronger internal boundaries, and you know that there are unresolved memories, beliefs, or patterns from the past holding you back, this is the work that I help people with. I've put a link below to my personal session information. If you're interested and we've never worked before, please email me first so we can explore the best next step for you. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the one popping up on your screen right now. YouTube and I picked it out just for you.